UFC 229 took place 2 years ago where we saw Khabib Nurmagomedov defeat Conor McGregor via neck crank in the 4th round. Khabib recently posted this on his Instagram stories saying, "You guys have to remember this day, like Smash Day." He followed up with, "That evening I was ready to go to jail, but not losing anyway. Championship mentality." He ended it off with the Instagram post saying, "It's only business for them, but not for me. It was the night when the masks flew away and a few guys from the mountains drew a history in downtown Vegas with the blood of the rivals." The December 12th main event between Kamaru Usman vs Gilbert Burns has been postponed due to Kamaru Usman needing more time to recover from undisclosed injuries. Leon Edwards reacted and posted this on his Twitter saying, "December 12th title fight has been postponed. UFC 256 needs a main event. Gilbert Burns, you little tree stump. You have nowhere to run now. Let's see who the real number 1 contender is." He followed up with, "I'll step in vs Gilbert Burns. He was never the real number 1 contender. See you December 12th. Gilbert Burns responded back saying, "Go fight Wonderboy." Arul Hawani tweeted, "Just thought of something. If Usman vs Burns isn't happening this year, why not Leon Edwards vs Burns in a number 1 contender fight? Only fair, no? Surely Burns doesn't want to sit on the sidelines for 7 months, right?" Gilbert Burns responded to Arul Hawani saying, "I'm already the number 1 contender. I'm waiting for a title shot. Why should I fight to be number 1 contender again? You really think that, or you just hating on Ali again?"
Yeah. What's up, Doc?
Mike Perry recently posted this on his Twitter saying, "Whoever gives me the most money can be in my corner with @Latori_G." Darren Till responded back on his Instagram saying, "We'll pay 5k. Somebody tag Perry for me because I'm still blocked, but I'm deadly serious." He followed up on Twitter saying, "Now that I'm in Mike Perry's corner, how much will someone pay me to throw the towel in?" Mike Perry responded back saying, "Throw in the towel. Too late." Michael Bisping on the Believe in Me podcast speaks on Chris Weidman calling out Israel Adesanya.
So when you hear that, the initial response is, "Wow, this guy's out of his mind. This guy's crazy, right? What is he talking about? This guy can't win a fight lately. He's out of his mind." But that aside, when you delve a little deeper and you look at it, some of the guys, that he lost to, Dominic Reyes, he went up a weight division, no shame there, got clipped. He did beat Anderson Silva twice in, bizarre circumstances. He did beat Uriah Hall as well. And then also, let's look at this. Look at the way Chris Weidman took out Kelvin Gastelum, right? Choked him out in the 2nd round. So he does have a point. Chris Weidman is a very, very good wrestler. And I actually think Weidman would be the best takedown artist that Adesanya would have fought. However, he has passed that test with flying colours, and Weidman is a little bit chinny these days. He's been knocked out, he's been finished a few times. So I hear his point. I don't think his point is necessarily out of this world, but it's also a little bit of a stretch. If we were talking about the Weidman maybe 2-3 years ago, then yeah. But right now, I don't know. Now, it's not to say that it couldn't be possible, but as I say, I hear his point. I see what he's saying. I see why he's saying it, but I feel it's a bit of a stretch. And I've got to say, that win was a little slop as well. It wasn't like you weren't like, "Oh, he looks sharp, he looks great." I like Chris. Me and Chris are actually buddies now. We was a little thing there. We were just competitors in the same weight division. Never anything too personal. So we comment on each other's Instagrams. Just nice little politeness here and there. So I don't want to talk, but he did look a little, it wasn't his best performance. A little slop, you know what I mean? But he got the job done. So it doesn't matter. A win-win is a win.
Walking back to my room pouting. Just got done doing a hard cardio session. And there's nothing that'll turn your frown upside down like running into Big Nog. That guy is a freaking legend, and it totally made my day. The fact that I've been a fan of this sport for over 20 years, and you run into a guy like Big Nog, and he recognizes you, unreal. Life is crazy, man.
So I'm supposedly going to be quarantined in this hotel room after I take my test today. So, had to make sure I came prepared and that. Jeez! I just did a COVID test, and it does feel like somebody poked you in your eye but through your nose. Yeah, but it looks worse. It looks way worse when you actually watch somebody getting it. So that anticipation of walking towards the doctor was a bit mad. But we made it. We're good. So I got a quarantine in the hotel room for a bit. And then, yeah, party time.
Kenny Florian on the Anakin Florian podcast gives his thoughts on Holly Holm's unanimous decision win over Irene Aldana.
She just wasn't ready. And you know, I think you said the key word there, adjustment. Aldana just never was able to make the proper adjustment against Holly Holm, who kept circling to her left repeatedly. And she was doing a great job of any time Aldana just wanted to take that straight, direct route to try to land anything of a combination. She was disrupting that forward progression by Aldana with a side kick repeatedly, and I thought it was a brilliant strategy. She was mixing things up with her takedowns as well, which I think threw Aldana off as well. Holly utilizing her strength, utilizing her conditioning to just, I thought deliver a solid performance. I thought, when you look at the experience difference between Holm and Aldana, I thought that Holly Holm finally kind of delivered a performance where she did what she was supposed to do, She went out there, I thought outpointed her, did a great job, didn't really take a whole lot of damage herself, and, just won that 50-45 solid. I don't know if it was a 50-44. It was close when she got that mount there, landed some, a couple shots, but some of those shots didn't really land for me. They were saying that there were some big elbows, but the elbows never really landed. So I'm not sure I would have given her a 10-8 necessarily, but it was close, but certainly a 50-45 for Holly Holm.
This is what it looks like when you're rushing and you forget your workout shorts. You wear your shorts. Who wears shorts? So
guys, remember when I told you guys I wanted to start doing real estate? Check it out, guys. We're in the hood, in the ghetto, but we're gonna fix up the ghetto. So all real estate development, we're starting from scratch. It's pretty cool. I'm gonna be learning quite a bit, so pretty excited, man. You guys wish me luck. Hey! Yeah, so now this is like an overview. So we'll be tearing up these houses. What's up, everybody? Welcome to this episode of Motivational Monday, brought to you by Smart Cups, the world's first printed cups. Let's get started. The word that comes to mind today is happiness. It's not so much you being happy according to what you're doing, but it's you being happy in your outside life. Because you know what happens a lot of times is the outside life is not doing so well while you're trying to succeed something and you're trying to be the best in the world at. So what I'm saying is a lot of times the outside life could sacrifice the goal, could sacrifice the dream. What happens is a lot of times how these things should both be corresponding. In other words, sometimes you know what's going on? You're fighting two fights. You're fighting the outside world and you're fighting against somebody, your opponent and your sport and your training and whatnot. Make sure that the happiness, you're able to connect it to be one. If somebody is not pushing you, push them out. And that